Okay, now that you are connected to your wireless displays, this video will walk you through how to set up your windows on the multiple screens that you may be using in your classroom. Okay, so what I'd like to show you now are the different ways to project, which means think of this system like you do a second monitor. You've got more real estate. You have this screen and you have that screen. Now if you want them to be mirrored or duplicated, that's fine. You just leave them as we talked about in the last video. But let's just talk about the different ways that you can do that. As we did before, we connected to the display. We have Sphere open with our dot cam, and then we have Chrome open. So what you want to do is have your desktop space here, the blue desktop space, and I'm going to right click. And I'm going to go to display settings, and this is going to open the computer settings, but it's going to open directly to the display settings. As I said, many of you who've been doing distance learning with a second monitor are very familiar with this. For those of you who are not, this is how you do it. Okay, so first of all, identify. This will show you which rectangle on the screen represents which. 1 in my large display is 2, and you can do this just when you start getting comfortable in the classroom with these new systems. Okay, now from here, I'm going to go down, and this is where it says multiple displays is where I can choose. As we did when we hit F8 and the panel showed up next to us, that was great and all. It lets you extend or duplicate, but it doesn't let you arrange. So what I recommend is always getting to this page because it gives you more options. So again, I'm connected to the wireless display, all right, and now I want to do some arranging. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to go down to display settings, and here I am. Okay, so I'm going to go down here, and I want to extend. We've already duplicated. If I wanted to duplicate, I would go here, I would keep changes, and I would be duplicated once again, as you can see. But let's go up here, we're going to extend the displays, and then do some arranging, and this is nice. Many of you with the second monitors distance learning, you had your students up on the larger display. So now we're going to do some arranging. For me, I'm sitting here and my second display is directly above my first display, meaning my TV is directly above my laptop. So I like them to have them in the exact physical configuration I have them in, because then when I move my mouse, it's more natural. So I can move up and down. So I'm actually going to click the upper bar and grab this, and you can see I can drag it up and I can drag it down. Now this is kind of nice if you just don't want to share your entire desktop with the class. You can just pick and choose as if you were running a PowerPoint display, and you just wanted the display part of it or the PowerPoint part of it going to the audience. Okay, so I've extended. I have my second display above my first display, and I'm going to drag my dot cam up here, and that's what I'm going to share with the class, and I'm going to do my work and whatnot. And when I'm done with that, double click the top bar, it goes maximize, double click the top bar, it restores down. Okay, so this bar up here is great to change the size and move. And again, even if you can't see it in some applications, you can't see it, it's about the width of these boxes that we're pretty familiar with. Okay, so I'm going to drag it back down, and I'm going to drag my Chrome browser up, and I will double click right to the top, and that's going to maximize Chrome. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it back down. So basically that's what we're talking about here as far as how to utilize the different options. So just quickly, let's review that one more time. We're going to right click, display settings. We can arrange the position. It could be to the side, it could be to the top. Once you have it where you like it, you're going to apply, and there you go. A lot of them might say, if I changed it, it might say keep changes, and we would let me show you that. If I were to change it to duplicate, for example, it would ask me to keep changes, and I would look, it's how I want it, and then I would go ahead and keep it that way. When you're duplicated, obviously, you have no arranging options. They're just exactly the same. All right, so that's just some few options for arranging your wireless and laptop displays.